Good morning, Richard Eckley here. Happy Tuesday morning to you. Not a bad one here in Swansea today, a bit chilly, but not too bad. We're on a Tuesday, so we're on a Wealth Tuesday on your 4 keys to a healthier, happier you. And not a question, more of a statement today is the more knowledge, the more wealth. And you think, well, what's he on about today then? So that is basically our current mindset, our current knowledge we have has got us exactly where we are today. Our knowledge and our habits create our life. So what we've been doing the last 12 months, 2 years, 6 months, what we've been doing, the knowledge base we have and the habits we have got us exactly where we are today. We can't sort of blame anybody else for where we are. We've got us where we are. As I said before so many times, self-education and just being self-responsible starts us off on the right path to any area of our life. Once we start to push away all the outside circumstances, think, right, no, I have got me where I am. Circumstances have happened to me, but it's me that's got me where I am. I can't blame anybody else. It's down to me. That's where you start off to get control of your life. That's when you start to get things sorted out and you think, right, hang on then. I realise it's me that's got me where I am, and it's only me that can move me forward and change it. So our knowledge base and our habits have got us exactly where we are today. So our past life has got us where we are today. There's nothing magical about it. It's just a creation of different habits we've done. We've spent some money, we've saved some money, we've earned some money, and that's got us where we are today. That's just how life goes. So in the future, if we're happy with what we've got, if you're thinking, right, yeah, no, things are going nice, ticking over well, everyone's happy and good, then just do what you're doing, because as I said before, your knowledge, your habits have got you where you are. So if you're in a happy place, you've got things sorted out, just continue doing what you're currently doing, and your future will stay the same, because you just carry on through. Your habits create what you've got. And if you're where you want to be, then you just carry on doing what you're doing, and you're going to carry on. There's this old saying, was it Einstein saying that doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is the sign of insanity. Because if you do the same thing over and over again, you're going to get the same results. So if you're happy where you are and you're doing the same thing, just keep it going, you have the same thing. If you want to create more wealth in the future, because this is Wealth Tuesday, if you want to create more wealth in the future, then you're going to have to change your habits and change your wealth and change your knowledge. We get paid these days on our knowledge strength, not on our muscle strength. Going back in the agricultural age and industrial revolution that came along, we were paid on muscle power then. It was a power-intensive, labour-intensive workforce. So they was literally paid for what you could shift, what you could move, what you could do that way. It was muscle power. Nowadays, it's all mental power. That's what we're paid for. So we're paid for our knowledge base, what we can actually do. So when you go get a job, they sort of do your interview, see what you like, see what your personality is like, see what you like as a person, and then they can train you up to do the job they want you to do. But it's through your mental power. It's not doing the physical lifting anymore. It's doing your mental power, and that's what you're paid on nowadays. So if you want to increase wealth in the future, you're going to have to increase your mental power, increase your knowledge. And there's a great saying, the more you learn, the more you earn. And that is so true. But it's down to us to actually put the knowledge in. No one else is going to come along. When we're at school, we're sent to school, and we have to sit there and learn what they tell us to learn. Well, sometimes we don't, but we're supposed to. And then you increase your knowledge, and then you do your exam, and then you can hopefully get a job. Well, once you get your job, you just often carry on with that. Well, unless you want to change something in your future, we can have to become self-responsible and actually educate ourselves and learn the knowledge we want. So if we want to get that promotion at work, we're going to have to do some courses at work to get the knowledge base, so we can get the promotion, and then we'll get more money. And it's the same with every area of our life. Anything we want to improve, we need to educate ourselves. Then we can move forward, get the more knowledge, and then we move up the fine. So that's just how you work it. So that's just how the system works. So it's getting self-education in there, realising we can educate ourselves. With the internet, with all the information that's out there now, we can educate ourselves. If you want to sort of do the basic things, first of all, you go onto YouTube and you can just get some stuff. You can get the books you want. And then once you actually start to get into an area you want to learn more about, that's when you then start to buy courses and start to actually invest in yourself. Because until you start to invest in yourself with actual real money, that's when you really start to make the learning process work. Because we can get all the free stuff which we can take in, but you don't get the full force, if you like, of any course or anything if it's free. It's not until you start to invest in yourself, that's when you start to take attention. You think, right, yeah, I'm paying money for this course. I'm now going to learn it. I'm going to implement it into my life and then change my life in the future. And that's what makes a huge difference. So many people try and do things for free, which sometimes that's the only option you've got to start off with, which gives you a good base to start from. But then you have to invest in yourself, and that's when you start to get the growth pattern kicking in, and you start to get the more. Because usually the best education you have to pay for. The free stuff people often give you, it gets you like interested in things, gives you the basic level to start from. But until you start to invest in yourself, that's when you start to get the more in-depth course training, actually sort of help you move yourself forward that way. So so my thought today is knowledge. Does knowledge equal wealth? It does on every area. It's all up there. It's always been in our mindset, creates so much of our lives. we don't sometimes realise. And it's just the more knowledge you can give yourself, the more chance you've got to increase your wealth, increase your earnings in the future. And then it just moves on step by step that way. And it's a whole learning curve. As I said before, I'm doing a course at the moment, and I'm just going through a massive learning curve, which I'm just trying to take it all in. But it's good to know that in the future you're doing stuff today to give yourself a better future. Because as I said, if you do the same thing, we'll have the same thing in the future. If we slightly change a slight angle here, so a slight angle degree changing, that can make a massive difference in the future where you end up. So there's difference. So there you are. So have yourself a good day today. All the best for now.